So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it's time for another Union Canal video. Currently parked here in Myerstown at the quarry park, or the Myerstown Quarry, I believe it's called. So I got backtrack a little ways to where I left off in the last video. I already got my waders on. We're walking through one end of the park here a little bit first. So in that last video we were at the Limestone Springs Nature Preserve with all this cool trout, and then we kind of made our way to Flanagan Road, although we skipped that one section there just because of the nature of things. I got my waders on, so we'll be in the creek. Hopefully it's not too deep. Did get some rain recently, which is a good thing. Alright, but down that way was potentially where Lock 13 was. I think I threw a map of that section. And I've heard that Lock 12 is fully intact back here too, so we'll see. I need to backtrack, make my way back there, and then we'll kind of work our way up. So I don't think I'm going to film anything really until I get to where I need to be, because I like to follow the canal westward. Right now I gotta go east to that spot. Usually I do a road walk and make my way back along the creek, but anyway, we'll probably do a double creek walk. Alright, I'm getting distracted, so I'll stay on land as long as I can until I have to go in the creek. Alright, I'll get back in touch with you a little bit later. So I've been following this nice little fisherman's trail, I guess you call it, for a while. No posted signs or anything, so but yeah, the creek is a bit murky today. Not my favorite color for it to be, because you can't always tell how deep it is when you're walking. Oh, I did find Lock 12 back there. I just didn't show it to you yet. I'll show it when we get back again. Quite a bit left of it too. One thing is for sure though, walking downstream is a lot easier than walking upstream. The only downside to it though is as you go downstream, the mud that you stir up goes downstream too and kind of obscures your view if you're trying to watch where you walk. Whereas if you go upstream, it kind of goes behind you. Alright. I don't think I have too much further to go to get to the point where I'll backtrack. I've been kind of pushing it through this area, not spending a lot of time looking at things, so I just want to get there and then we'll start going back. Alright, so I think this is as far as I'm going to go this way. Remember I told you to come down and we're going to go head back and take a look at things, but right up here is that field. In the last video, of course, up that way is Flanagan Road. We zoomed in this way towards the woods. And out there's where those cows were out in the field right there. In fact, they might have been under that tree right there. But the creek kind of goes this way, but the canal came straight across this way. I might put that map up again, show that to you. But the canal kind of rejoined us here, paralleling the creek again. I did see something interesting, very canalish, just down that way. Hopefully we can get to it. It's kind of inside a fence, but I do have permission. I believe I do have permission from the property owner up there, so we'll see if we can get a look at that. So right around in here, somewhere where the canal would kind of rejoin and parallel the creek again. Yeah, so at this point there's really no point for me to keep following the creek there. It just kind of bends away from where the canal was. Alright, but I'm going to there's a nice little tree here. I'm going to take a break first. I'll tell you what, it's no walk in the park doing these walks to the stream and up through things like this. Alright, I'm going to take a little break and then we'll get going again. Get this video actually started. Right up in there, it looks very canalish. I think it definitely see what looks like the towpath trail. So like right here is where the canal then parallels our creek again, because remember I just said here's where the creek kind of takes a bend away and the canal would just keep going that way. Kind of cuts through a loop in the creek. But there's a fence over there, but I think we can get a better view from up there. Let's go see what's going on up here. If we're lucky, maybe these are the remains of Lock 13. I wasn't exactly sure where Lock 13 was. The old maps kind of showed it maybe being more that way, but what I've discovered is those old maps are not always accurate. Oops, sinking in the mud. Yeah, maybe here you can get a better look at it. That definitely looks like a towpath trail right here. It almost looks like, I'm kind of curious to see what's in there. If that is a towpath, there's definitely a canal in there. But I wonder if that could be remains of Lock 13. I think the fence ends up here. We might be able to I gotta kind of get up there and get a better look. So let's quit yapping and get to that. Okay, so there's that feature. I'm pretty sure that's the towpath trail right there. And our canal went right through there. Could possibly be where Lock 13 was. I mean, it kind of, I'm gonna be honest, it kind of has that feel, because like the towpath trail gets kind of larger right here. Like this is the entrance to it. Obviously there's nothing left. If this is Lock 13, there's nothing left of it, but that just might be what it is right here. Anyway, I'm not sure if this fence is electrified or not. I don't want to find out either, but alright. So the canal and possibly Lock 13. Alright, so I'm just up walking on this side of the creek. I have permission to be on this land, so might as well take advantage of a little easier walking, but of course our canal would be right up there. Or perhaps what's happened as we get closer to Myerstown, there's something that starts to happen between the creek and the canal. Sometimes in modern times the creek is actually flowing in the old canal bed. Sometimes either due to natural causes or man-made reasons. So now when we get to the west side of Myerstown, there's a lot of nice preserved locks there, but the creek is flowing right through the old locks. But that's not the way it would have been back in the day. The creek, the Tolbakken Creek, is not flowing in its original route up that way. I think that might be the case in some sections back here too. But like I said, back in the day, it wasn't that way. There was, a creek and canal parallel to each other. And here's an old bridge, which I thought we'd check for stones that belong to the canal locks, but they don't look canalish. So we've seen that other times where when they build these little bridges near some of the old canals, they would use the blocks from the canal locks themselves, but these don't have that look. Did I mention how much easier it was to walk downstream? I know I did, but it is true. Walking up against the current is a bit more difficult. Depending on the section, obviously. So as always, we're doing a creek walk here, but the canal would have run right up there, or like I said, it's possible at this point that we're sharing the creek bed and the canal bed. Like I said, that does happen in some places here now. Just taking a quick look up onshore. Right down there's the creek where we were walking, so there's really nothing here. Over there's all agriculture. I mean, it's possible there could be a towpath trail right here. That could just be due to farming as well, though. It's hard to tell. I think we'll just walk on land here for a bit. A lot easier. It's not the greatest walking up here. There's tons of this stinging nettles, they call it. But having my waders on helps. It doesn't help my arms, so ouch. But we pretty much are, if this is the canal up here, and we are walking in the canal bed. It's just a bunch of, here it's easier to walk, weeds and stinging nettles, which do sting. But each section of the canal has its difficulties. Each season of exploration does. I mean, now we're dealing with, it's hot, you got stinging nettles and poison ivy and stuff. In the wintertime, none of this would be here, but it'd also be super cold and covered in snow, and so each season has its benefits and not so great things about it. Just the way it is. Just try to take each season in stride and do what you can sometimes. Yeah, so welcome to the Union Canal. Like I said, right over there is the creek again, so we're probably roughly right where the canal bed would be. Give or take a little bit. Alright. Like exploring the Amazon jungle. Maybe we should try to get back to the creek again. Might be a little easier than this. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I did find Lock 12 already. I just didn't film it yet. Didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at it. I kind of saw it. Knew I needed to. I knew there was something, you know, to film on the way back then. So there's quite a bit of it left there. A lot of the original stonework, not all of it, but still more than what you see at most locks. So that is coming up. Got a ways to go yet. It was back near the beginning. So give me something to look forward to. I'm back up on shore once again. Of course, right over there's the creek, but I'm seeing that raised element right here again. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. But once I'm gonna guess that's the towpath trail. Just has that feel to it. I mean, it's hard to tell because right over here is a field too, so this could just be from the edge of the field. Of course, then the canal would have been right in here, so it's hard to tell, actually. It does have there's a raised element here, though. Of course, it's all overgrown. I mean, it's quite, because it kind of goes down that way, so. All right. Once again, we're going to take advantage of a nice little fisherman's trail rather than trying to navigate through that. It's deep, it's all tangled with debris in there. Logs and stuff, that's like a death trap. So, we'll take the nice little trail. No posted signs here either, so we'll take advantage of that. Beautiful big blue drum, plastic container there. All right, but I'm gonna quick take a peek over here. This is where a canal should be. Let's see what's going on over here. See, like right here, that almost looks like a towpath trail right there, just a eroded one away. I'm gonna guess that's what that is. And down here, oh yeah, check it out. Okay, yeah, down here. Oh, hello ducks. Sorry about that. It's mallet, but yeah, I believe this is the canal. I remember that from coming down. I think actually it's called Owl Creek. I think it flows in where the canal used to be. I'll explain that a little bit later. Yeah, that's the canal right there. Yeah, this is the towpath trail right here. Cool. Alright, so we are walking in Owl Creek right now is what it's called, but I'm pretty sure this is the old canal. Because right up here was the towpath. Up ahead, I believe Owl Creek originally, it's hard to tell, did it flow directly into the Tolpahocken Creek, or did they divert it into the canal here? I'm gonna toss the map up. Yes, I'll go ahead and put that map up. You'll see Owl Creek coming down towards the Tolpahocken, then you'll see it kind of go along, parallel to Tolpahocken Creek a bit, like as the canal would. So I think maybe they used the water from Owl Creek to feed the canal. I'm gonna guess maybe that's what was going on. Or maybe Owl Creek at some point just got diverted into the old canal here. And that's where it is today. All right. Yeah, it's almost positive that this is the old canal here. See, it just has that straight, as an arrow look to it. So we're closing in on lock 12. You know what, a little bit easier walking in here because there's not much of a current. Alright, so massive log jam up ahead. Gotta find a way around this. Welcome to exploring the Union Canal. Alright, so the creek, Owl Creek, or the canal keeps going that way, but there's a lot of water coming in from over here. So I think the part of the Topahawken Creek is flowing in through here as well. I gotta figure out what I want to do here. Alright, so we are now on the towpath trail. Down there's our canal. Of course, we'll stay out of there from now on. We got the purple paint, which means no trespassing, so we'll stay out of that area now. But up ahead is the Myerstown water treatment plant, and it means we're closing in on lock 12. Okay, so down that way is the canal. Over here is the Topahawken Creek. The water treatment plant is up that way. If this is the private property line right here, you see some of the purple paint. But if you turn around, boom, there's lock 12. Came right through here. Looks like the wall on this side is mostly gone, but check it out. Got a nice corner section. There's more of it up that way too, so there we go. Some the remains of lock 12. Alright, so it's cool to see a section of the Canal 12 still here. Well, let's walk on down through. There's spider webs everywhere. He has quite a bit of it left here. Check it out. That's great to see. Yeah, wow, whole sections of it. There's a little bit on the other side too. Unfortunately, some graffiti too. Like I said, we're not too far from Myerstown. Yeah, a little bit graffiti over there too. But I think it's the first graffiti we've seen on any of the canal locks. The whole wall of it preserved here. That is awesome. Alright, it's been one of the more tougher explorers, to be honest. You know, as the summer goes on, the plants and foliage get thicker and thicker, more and more spiders, things like that. Alright, looks like the canal actually ends right up here then, or the lock. So that'll be it for this explore then. So it was a tougher one. For the next one, we're going to head into Myerstown. We'll be looking. I'm not sure how far I'll go in that video, but I know try to find lock 11. I think I did find one old map that said where it was. So I do have permission for that property. And then I know we're lock 10. Once we get after lock 11, we get actually in the town. This is the first time, yeah, on our adventure, filming adventure, that will be following the canal actually into a town. And locks 10 through 5 are all readily visible and easy to see, I believe. Alright, but that'll be for next time. I'm whooped. So, we're gonna get home. I'm covered in who knows what. So, all kinds of stinging nettles, poison ivy. There's that poison hemlock back there, all kinds of wonderful stuff. In fact, my camera's covered in spider webs and stuff. Hey, but it just means you've been having fun. Alright, I'm gonna get home, get cleaned up, take a little break. As always, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one where things are going to get a little bit easier and a lot more awesome locks to see.